Yo, check this out. Most Christians don't know Jesus post-crucifixion. They only know Jesus pre-crucifixion. They only know Jesus who came to be broken and bruised, to be humbled, to be humiliated, to be crushed, to be crucified for their sins. They only know Jesus in their state of brokenness of, I'm a sinner, I need to be saved by grace, and Jesus is going to die, and Jesus died for my sins. And that's where their relationship with Jesus begins and ends. They don't recognize Jesus post-crucifixion. Go read what happened in John 21 and Luke 24 and John 20 verse 14. Mary Magdalene and the disciples, the ones that were closest to Jesus, did not recognize him after the crucifixion. They did not recognize him after the resurrection because they didn't recognize Jesus in his fullness, in his power, in his glory, in his wholeness. That was foreign to them. That was alien to them. That was something that they did not recognize initially. It was only after they became reacquainted with Jesus, that they sat down and broke bread with Jesus, that their eyes became open to Jesus. So I encourage you, re-establish your relationship with Jesus beyond when you were a sinner and you gave your life to Christ. It should not stop there. You should build a relationship with Jesus post-crucifixion. Tell you a funny story. Years ago, I worked with a gentleman every day, and we happened to be doing the same event. It was a Christian event called Breakout. I work with this guy every day on my job. And we were talking about what we're doing next week. We're both going on vacation. I said, oh, I'm doing this event. He's like, oh, I'm doing that same event too. And anyway, I was rapping at this event. You know, I'm doing my COP, Child of Prophecy thing. Now keep in mind, I work with this guy every day. I told him I was rapping. I told him what I was doing. I told him I was doing the whole event, that I was rapping every day at the event. 3 weeks straight. We did this event for 3 weeks straight. I think we did a week, took off a week, or a couple weeks, then did another week. Well, anyway, after the Breakout event was over, we started talking about the event. And he says to me, he says, hey, he said, you got a brother that raps? And I was like, yeah, I do. He said, yeah, man, I was with him. Like, he pretty cool dude. He goes by the name COP. And I'm like, no, man, I thought he was joking. And he said, yeah, no, like, that wasn't you. Like, he didn't recognize me in my glory. He didn't recognize me in my purpose. He only recognized me on the job, but he didn't recognize me in my glory. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. I said, are you joking, man? I said, that was me. But he did not believe it was me, because his relationship with me was based off a work relationship. It was based off a relationship that was not my purpose. It was not my calling. It was not my glory. It was not my destiny. And sadly, that's the place, that is the position for many of you watching this video. There is so much happening right now in the world, and it is rapidly taking place, that many of you are going to be left behind mentally. You're going to be left behind in every way because you are missing the signs. You are missing what God is saying and what God is doing because you're still stuck on pre-crucifixion Jesus.